Good morning everyone and welcome to day 10 of May Vlogs. I am just getting everything set up for the shop update and to go live on Instagram in half an hour. Nerves are slightly building, which is a bit ridiculous considering I'm sitting and talking to the camera right now and that's all I'm going to be doing on Instagram. But there's something different about doing it live. When I sit and talk to you here, I can obviously edit, not that I usually edit much, but I can always, if it goes completely wrong, stop and re-record, or I can edit it or something like that. Whereas, yeah, there's no room to hide, is there, when you're actually live? Yeah, but oh well. I've got everything set up on the table next to me. I thought I'd give you a quick behind the scenes. And then, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this update being over. That sounds really, I don't know, it sounds kind of negative about my work. I don't feel that way. I love what I do. But this week has been hard work, trying to get everything dyed up, trying to get everything ready, getting all the admin side of things done, uploading all the listings and photos and all of that kind of stuff takes quite a long time. I spent most of yesterday doing that, as well as doing the newsletter and all of that kind of thing. I've spent most of this morning doing kind of social media updates about the shop update because I'd been a bit behind on all of that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully next week having a week where there's less pressure. I won't need to be dyeing as much. I won't be dyeing clubs yet because the clubs are still open, so I won't start dyeing them until I close the clubs. And yeah, I haven't got anything next week that is kind of high priority. I'll probably dye some yarn a couple of days just so that I can get new stuff squirreled away, ready for later in the year when I need it. But no high pressure, if that makes sense. Right, anyway, let's show you behind the scenes of Instagram Live. So here is behind the scenes. You're dreadfully backlit at the moment. I haven't actually checked out. That's a really good point. I need to check out whether this works. I've just set everything up on the table here. As you can see, this is all the new things going into the shop update. So you've got all the stripes, the sock sets, the scrappy boxes, all the Cornwall collection stuff. I've set up my studio light here in the hope that we can counteract the fact that I'm going to be really backlit from the window. And I think we'll be okay. I just need to check out whether that's going to affect whether I'm going to get any shadows or anything like that. But I think colour-wise, that's going to be pretty good.
Oh, yarn is soft. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know yarn is soft?
Yarn is soft, yeah. You've got a really mucky face. Can you? Phew, live done. And hopefully I wasn't too awkward, apart from the first kind of, I don't know, 2 minutes where I was kind of waiting to see if anybody was going to join me. And actually a reasonable number of people came and watched, which was really good. So yeah, not too bad, not too scary. And now I'm going to have a day off. I am going to go and sit down. I am going to go and get some knitting out. We're going to kind of find something to entertain the kids with. I think the weather doesn't look too bad at the moment. We're apparently due a cold spell next week, so I think we're going to make the most of the garden today. And yeah, I'm just going to have a relaxing day off. I'm going to get some knitting done. I've just been sorting stuff out in the garden so that we can all sit out. And I came across these in the garage, which I'd completely forgotten about. A friend sent these to us when we first moved up to Scotland because we didn't have a garden before, so we could never plant anything. And I've just checked and they are still, they say sew by 2020. You can't quite see it on that one. So they're still usable this year. So I was going to have a little look and we might plant some of these out today. We've got chili seeds, herb seeds, and these ones are autumn veg seeds. So I don't quite know what's in here, but let's have a little look. So there are onions, mixed spicy leaves, pak choi, and rainbow chard. That might be quite fun to grow some of those actually. I'd imagine we've planted out some of the other stuff that came with it at some point. So I think we might do that a little bit later on today. Arthur's making trampoline patterns. Go on then, show us your pattern. Excellent. I was having a little look at the seeds, and it looks like the autumn veg pack, they suggest that you don't sow them till August, so I think we'll leave those till later in the summer. But the herb pack contains basil, parsley, coriander and chives, and they all look okay to sow now, so we'll get some of those planted today. And then the chili pack says it should really be sown between January and April, but everything's a little bit later up here because we're a little bit colder in Scotland than the rest of the UK, so I think we can probably get away with sowing them at this time of year. They'll just harvest a little bit later on, won't they? It'll be fine, so we'll plant some of those out today as well.
When I find it, I just cover it up again. I can't make a crocodile. Sorry, I'm too busy burying something.
So I'm just sorting some bits and pieces out to plant out these seeds. We haven't got any plant pots, and obviously the garden centres and stuff are closed, so we can't just pop to the garden centre and pick up some plant pots and things like that. So we're going to make do with what we've got. So I've raided our recycling, which fortunately doesn't go until tomorrow. And we've got some kind of fruit containers. I think they would work quite well. They've already got drainage in the bottom of them.
And on the sides.
And on the sides. Oh, Arthur's just next to me too. So we're going to do that. We're going to put some holes in the bottom of these containers, just yoghurt containers and cottage cheese containers. I'm going to cut the tops off these vinegar bottles, and we're going to plant some in there. And then I think also I might plant some in this one, which is just a washing thing. But again, if I put some holes in the bottom and take off this lid, then that should work quite well. Okay, so we've got everything ready. We've put holes in the bottom of all our pots, ready to go. Arthur's reading the instructions, and we are going to plant out. We're going to plant out the chili seeds, and also some of the herb seeds too.
Oh, I don't like food. Yeah. Whatever this is, stop it. Cold. I hate it.
The coriander, parsley and chives actually say that you can plant them straight out into your veg patch or into your garden. So we're going to pop them just in this empty area here in front of the blackcurrant bush. Tom's just sorting the soil out.
I've got some soil that's ready for you when you need it. Found a knife. Plastic knife.
Meanwhile, I'm getting distracted by the apple blossom, which is looking rather spectacular today. Excellent.
Where is that water?
There we go, that's plenty. Plenty. I've just cut up the lid of the lid of the laundry detergent thing to make some little labels, and I'm just going to pop these in rather than getting these all wet.